Hello everybody, welcome back to another video with Lord Your Soul. If you're new to my channel, I'm a psychic medium, a spiritual life coach, and just a spiritual bitch putting everybody on. What I intend to do is to teach people that God and Jesus and the universe coexist as one. Now today in this video, guys, this video is kind of going to be like a mental diet based video, I guess you could say. Within the law of assumption, if you are a law of assumptioner or a conscious manifester or whatever it is that you do to manifest your desires into your reality, I want you all to remember how important it is for you to be on top of your thoughts in the way that you are careful about what you are consuming, about what you are entertaining within your reality. Like, you never want to be the person who entertains shitty thoughts, shitty mindsets, shitty things that other people say. Like, you don't want to believe these people type thing. You have to be smart about what you are mentally consuming, because obviously your state can change depending on those consumptions. You know, obviously, like, if you are somebody who affirms and persists, which is when you use your affirmations to your advantage to affirm and persist, you're stating them repetitively, persisting within them until you believe and you feel that everything that you're saying is the truth. You know, within that's kind of like the same notion here, except you have to be extra careful in regards to this, because the overconsumption of what other people around you are telling you, or even things that you think that you want to mentally entertain, please do take it upon yourself to decipher what is worth entertaining and what is worth not entertaining. Because honestly, I have experienced myself where I would be over consuming shit that I knew that I shouldn't be. Maybe it was a really toxic show, a toxic person, a toxic like whatever it was that was not good for me. I would overconsume it to the point of it becoming me, thus my state changing to match what it is that I am now hearing. Okay, does that make sense to y'all? I intend that it does, because we're about to get started with the video right now. I'm about to talk further into this because I just peeped that I'm already getting started with it. So with that being said, let's get started with the video right now so that we can get to talking about what to consume and what not to consume, basically using, truth be told, your soul and your ego to differentiate between the two. Because on the side where your soul is, this is where you want to consume everything. Your soul knows everything, because where your soul is, that is exactly what you want to be consuming. You want to be taking that in for yourself. You want to know, yeah, I got this in the bag. Everything that your soul is telling you is the truth, because your soul is always on your side. Now with your ego, it's more fear-based, egotistical, you know, things like that that don't really help uplift you. You kind of sink down low with the ego, because your ego can make you feel extremely powerless. You can feel like, I can't do this, blah, blah. Oh, I gotta entertain this drama, like whatever else, shit that's not meant for you. You don't want to be on the side where you are entertaining that stuff, okay? You use your soul though to figure out what it is that you should be letting into your life and into your mind so that you can manifest the best things possible for yourself. Now, all right, we're basically in the video already, so let's get to talking about this. Perfect. I even wrote down in my notes here as a side note, using your soul and ego to differentiate between what you should and should not be thinking about, something I've been doing since senior year. That's completely right, because I remember that summer, the summer before I started senior year, I went through like an enormous spiritual awakening. My entire life changed. I stopped consuming the bullshit that I didn't want anymore, and I started listening to my soul fully. So upon me listening to my soul fully, I was able to understand what were the things that I wanted to keep within my reality and what were the things that I didn't want anymore. If I ever saw someone talking shit about other people, would I join? Absolutely not, because it didn't make my soul feel good. If I ever heard somebody spewing out limits, you can't do this, you can't do that, blah, 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 whatever, do you entertain that? Absolutely not. What I had to learn for myself, you do not entertain those things that don't make you feel good. If somebody is doing something or trying to implement something fearful, limited onto you or onto other people, or even if you come across a situation in which you could react egotistically, start victimizing yourself, start letting yourself feel limited, you know, that kind of stuff, do you entertain that? Absolutely not. But where does it all stem from? From your soul. Your soul is going to tell you exactly where you should be and exactly where you should not be. It's all up to your soul, what you feel truly and genuinely for yourself. Now, upon you understanding what it is that I'm telling you here, you have to be smart about this, because like I'm saying to y'all, I have been through this plenty of times before. You know, when I was a child, I did used to entertain a lot of egotistical things simply out of fear and insecurity. If someone was talking shit in class, depending on if they were cool kids, I'm gonna be real, like, yeah, I would join in. And I'm talking like elementary school, but like obviously that wasn't the right thing to do. And even at that time, like looking back, I remember knowing that it wasn't right to do, but I still did it because I wanted external validation. I wanted people to know that I agreed with them. I wanted them to agree with me. I wanted us to be cool, you know, that kind of stuff. But in reality, the only thing that I was really doing was insulting myself and my character by letting myself sink down to their level. That is a big fat no, okay? Listen, if you have a grandparent, if you have a family member, if you have friends, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, whatever, that does not want the best for themselves, they are going to implement fear into everyone and everything around them because they don't feel good about themselves. If they they don't feel good about themselves, trust that you're gonna hear some shit. You're gonna hear them talking shit. You're gonna hear them saying this and that. Can't do this, can't do, like, they're not gonna say the things that you should be hearing. And because you are around them, let's say again, like a family member, someone that you can't effectively leave immediately, you might hear them talking shit and being like, oh my God, today's a shitty day again. This house is always dirty. This, that, like, oh, shut up. That kind of energy right there. You have to be smart enough and strong enough as the main character to remember that what they are saying is not anything that you want to be a part of, because it's literally not. If you know that what they're saying is limiting, is sad, makes you feel low, whatever it is, do not entertain it, because you know better than that. Your soul already knows what it is that you want to entertain. It wants to entertain all the good stuff. It wants to know that you do have everything that you want. It wants to know that you can manifest everything that you want very easily. Your soul knows exactly what it is, and your only job is to listen and only pay attention to what your soul is telling you of all the good things in this reality. If you want this, if you want that, if you want this and that, your soul will agree with you. But now it's your job to only pay attention to what your soul is telling you, as opposed to listening to that side of you that wants to implement fear into a reality that is not meant to be fear-based, okay? I'm gonna tell y'all that this is extremely important to do, because like I was saying earlier, you know, being persuaded by other people, that is something that definitely does happen. It can happen through overconsumption of hearing these things. Like I'm telling you, I've been through it myself plenty of times. Y'all don't know how many times I have reverted back into the person that I didn't want to be out of fear, because I wasn't strong-minded enough, because I wasn't confident enough, because I didn't have that self-concept to tell me, girl, you know better than this. Like literally I didn't, and I didn't know better, but now I do, which is why I'm here telling you guys of exactly what not to do and what to do, because I want the best for you as well. And I will tell you guys that someone as an Aquarius stellium who is known to be very adaptable to change, back when I was not so strong-minded, my personality was able to morph depending on who I felt was energetically stronger or more confident than me. So even if it was a person who didn't have the best mindset, if I felt like they knew who they were and I didn't, I would follow their lead unintentionally, because I would feel like their power was overriding mine. I looked up to them in a way, even if they weren't the best person, because it was very admirable to me that they knew exactly what they wanted. They got this, they got that, whatever. But as time goes on, you realize that you deserve better. You deserve better than to be settling with what it is that you're hearing out here, trying to fuck up all the wonderful manifestations you got going on for yourself, because you want to pay attention to the limiting things that's going on around you. It's kind of like when you are manifesting weight loss, you see a commercial, right? It's tempting you to go on all these diets, start working out, take my course, do this and do that so you can lose the weight that you have been manifesting to lose. You can go ahead, feel free to listen to the TV and do what the hell it's telling you to do. Go ahead and lose the weight in the way that they want you to, but if you are someone who is like me, who when I manifested my weight loss, I didn't want to do any of that shit. I didn't want to work out, truth be told, I did not want to. I didn't want to change my diet because I loved what I was eating. I didn't want to do anything that made me feel worse about myself by having to go out of my way to do these things. And I'm not saying that it would make you feel worse, but personally speaking for me, because I knew that the law of assumption was enough for me to manifest that weight loss, I felt like me taking outside external steps was just something that was unnecessary for me personally, okay? So yeah, though, it's just like that. If you see these things on TV, it's your choice. You have to be strong-minded enough to say, nah, I'm losing my weight in my mind because I know that I single-handedly can, and I'm not going to listen to what a TV is telling me to do. That right there is you listening to your soul. Your soul knows that you want to stick it out with what it is that you're saying for yourself. You trust yourself more than what the TV is telling you. You have chosen to listen to your soul, and now you will be blessed accordingly because you went with what you felt. You went with your soul. You went with your gut. Your gut still just come through, even if you're a law of assumptioner. Trust me, spirit guides, angels, I believe in all that stuff, and I know that they're still here caring after you, looking after you, wanting the best for you, trying to guide you in the right direction. So your only job is to just pay attention to that. Pay attention to what your soul wants for you, the best, the absolute best. You should not let yourself be moved by things that you think make a difference within your reality. They cannot and do not make a difference until you let them make a difference in your life. That's all there is to that. And especially within this, like listening to your soul and differentiating between what your ego is telling you, what your soul is telling you within manifestation, I will tell you guys a little story that I have from when I was 13. I was 13 years old. Yes. Oh my goodness. It's so crazy to think how much time has went by. But yes, I was 13 years old. I remember I was in middle school, and I had already been in a situationship with my first love. I was 12 years old when I got with this person, so it's kind of crazy. I started my love life very early, very young in my life. But I remember that year, and he was a karmic soulmate, so I had a lot of lessons to learn here, but I remember that summer, right before I went into 8th grade, I was 13 years old, like I said. I remember I was like revamping my entire self. I was changing the way that I looked. I was thinking differently. I was like, I'm not settling. I was like firm in that shit, bro. I remember I was looking up inspo. I was going shopping. Like, I was doing everything that I could to maintain my thought process in the way that I am a strong ass bitch and I'ma stay there. Like, I was so dead set on that. But the whole thing is that with my first love here, I started to miss him. I remember I was missing him and I was like, damn, like I can't go back to him because he's not good for me. And so I didn't, okay? I didn't go back to him. I mean, he wasn't even coming up to me, so nothing was even happening. You know, I wasn't gonna initiate shit. But as time goes on, I remember like that school year, I was on my shit. I remember I was so proud of myself. I was like, I look good, I feel good, I'm making good friends, I have a good mindset. I was like on top of my shit. And then this motherfucker rolls around about 3 months into the school year and he fucks up everything I had going on. But you see, I blamed him right now. I said he fucked it. No, I fucked it up. It was me. I took it upon myself to listen to my ego. I knew that he wasn't right for me. I knew that he was trouble, and I knew that his ass was gonna do something, and he did. Even though, of course, looking back, this all sounds like limits. Yes, I did not know about the law of assumption back then. I was riding off of just my life's wave. Like, I didn't know better. I was just going with the flow. But I did know better in the case that I was listening to what my ego was telling me as opposed to what my soul was telling me. My soul was telling me to not get involved with this limited ass person because my soul knew that he was not meant for me. But not even that he wasn't meant for me, because again, that is a limit. You can always change the fate that you have with people, yeah, but more so in the way that his thought process simply did not match mine. He was very limited. He didn't love himself. He was very insecure, and he obviously just wanted to put it onto me, and he did because I let him. I went back to him. It was a mess. I didn't feel as good about myself anymore. I didn't think as good as I used to. I listened to my ego when I should have been listening to my soul, and I entertained the wrong thing. It made me feel worse. Thus, my mental diet went right down the trash again. But at the end of that all, even hearing that back, it kind of just sounds like I wasn't on top fully of my mental diet. And I will say, like, I definitely wasn't 110% secured within my mental diet at that time. I was still wrapping my head around it and being strong, like trying to be strong. And I knew that I would have officially like mastered it with time, but I let him get in the middle of that. And then from there on out, depression hit me again, anxiety hit me again. It was literally like I went back, all the way back. That is a huge, fat, big ass no-no. Listen to me, listen to me. You gotta be smart about what you are entertaining. As a law of assumptioner, do not let yourself be the person who sits here and lets bullshit like that, a bum, break your spirit, break who you are, anything like that. And it's actually funny because he's a Virgo, I'm a Capricorn. Oh my God, power couple, bitch. It doesn't matter. Despite me thinking, oh my God, we're so compatible and all this BS, I still energetically felt like this mofo could not keep up with me, and he couldn't. Because that ended up exploding in my face about 5 years later. Shit, yeah, it was a long journey. But I'm telling you guys, from there on out, you gotta listen to your soul. Like, you have to take it upon yourself to listen to your soul. After him, I was never the same in terms of me being like, I'm never settling again. You never settle again. You don't settle for what you hear. You don't settle for what these motherfuckers are telling you. You don't settle for anything. I don't care what you thought was going on. Even if it's the coolest people in the world talking shit about this, doing this, do not join that shit if you know that you deserve better than that. I don't care how cool they look on paper. They're not as cool as you think that they are because they're entertaining that type of low vibrational ass shit. Y'all see what I'm saying? It's all about your standards, your mental diet. You keep your self-concept all the way up high. No one and nothing will be able to come in and take that away from you. Do not let the TV take that away from you. Do not let commercials take that away from you. Do not let the government take that away from you. Don't let Twitter take that away from you. I don't care what it is. Do not let it take it away from you, because you're not meant to be somebody who sits here in a limited mindset. And more than that, you are not somebody who is meant to be entertaining things that do not set your mind in the best direction yet, okay? It is non-negotiable. You have to be serious about your energy and where you're putting that, what you're bringing in, what you are keeping within your life, because you are a very high person. You are very high vibrational, very high standard. You're all the way up there for a reason. It's because you're meant to be all the way up there. So if you're all the way up there, stop fudging with things that you know do not match your level. And yes, you can still change and manifest these things to change, whatever. But truth be told, some things are just better to be left the F alone. I didn't focus on changing this Virgo bum. No offense to y'all Virgos. I love you Virgos, by the way. Trust me, I really do. We vibe very well. But him, this Virgo bum, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, babe, love yourself. And then in my mind be like, he loves himself, I don't fucking care what he got going on. That is his problem. I am going to get out there and manifest better, just like you should be doing for yourself. Do not let anyone or anything make you feel like you are lower than you actually are, which is exactly why you have to be on top of what you are consuming. Let your soul and your ego tell you exactly what you should be, because it will tell you everything, and trust me, it really will. There's even times when I'm on Twitter and I see something that's really fucking funny, like there's a lot of funny shit on there, but very, very limiting, like things that I actually don't energetically want to get myself involved in. I always ask myself, should I like this? Like, does it matter if I like this? But I would feel like I shouldn't. I'd be like, I don't want to entertain this dumb. I'm gonna giggle, but I'm gonna keep it scrolling. So then I do. I just giggle and I keep it scrolling. I don't like it because I feel like even then I'm putting power into that by liking it. Of course, that's personally me. And even within everything that I'm saying in this video, this is entirely circumstantial. Like, you can still be somebody who entertains everything and it'll be okay. And of course it will be, but personally for me, I just like to take care of my energy a little more than to just, you know, just be everywhere, like energetically slutty or anything like that. I'm not gonna be that person, you know? I'm not saying that you're an energetic slut either, okay? I'm just saying that it's wiser to be careful about what you are consuming and to be sure that you are listening to what your heart and your soul is telling you to consume or what not to consume. It really is so simple though. You see what's worthy of your time, you see what's not worthy of your time, and then you choose between the two. You choose to entertain what is. That's it though. That should only be it. And always and only be it. That is the only option. And truly it is, okay? I'm watching y'all. Y'all got this shit in the bag. Be wise, be smart, be spiritually strong. We are strong as bitches out here, spiritually speaking, in every way, shape, and form. Physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, spiritually, I don't care, all of it. We are strong in every way, shape, and form, and we're only going to entertain things that reflect that, okay? Like I said, I've been doing this since high school, changed my life for the best, and it will change yours as well, because you will know exactly what you should or should not be consuming for your perfect and very healthy mental diet. All right, y'all? Perfect. With that being said, my love, thank y'all so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it, and I really do love y'all so much. I intend that this video helped it to the best of its ability, and I know that it did, because guys, come on now. Just because you are someone who is completely limitless, as we all are, does not mean that you should be sitting here letting these bums have your time of day, letting that conversation be one that you're holding, or even anything else for that matter that you know is not energetically meant for your high spirit and soul. Stop giving it your time of day. Whether it be a crappy job, a crappy commercial, a crappy person, crappy thoughts, crappy Instagram posts, I don't care what it is. Be smart about it. Let your soul come through to tell you, babe, are you sure you want to get yourself involved in this? Do you really want to be paying attention to things like this? And you answer accordingly. Do you want to be the person who settles, or do you want to be the person who goes and gets something more? Do you want to be the person who buys bots for followers on Instagram? Or do you want to be the person that manifests amazing, wonderful followers for you? Who do you want to be? Because one is fear-based and one is soul-based. You choose what side you want to be on, but you are choosing. So choose wisely and make sure it's complementing you and your high vibrational ass energy, because you are a high vibrational person. You are a person that everyone looks up to. You're an inspiration to yourself and to others. And so if you are just that inspirational, you want to be sure that you're holding that image up high. You don't want to sit here and start doing things out of fear, talking about, oh my god, I haven't done this, so I might as well do that, and oh my god, what if this happens? It doesn't matter. Stop with the BS. Like, who the fuck actually cares? Nobody but you see? But it's not even you that's caring, it's your ego that gives a fuck. Your ego wants to check the 3D. Are you gonna check it though? Would your soul check the 3D? No. Why? Because your soul already knows that it's done in your favor. Even things like this, you have to differentiate between what it is that you're doing within checking shit and not checking shit. I haven't checked the 3D and I don't know how long, for the simple reason that my soul already knows what the T is. I will say though that before, when I was more insecure, had a lower self-concept, I would listen to my ego more in regards to checking things, checking for validation, checking to see what is up, whatever it is. I would check things that I knew I shouldn't be checking. But now, at this point in my life, I am beyond that shit. I am beyond checking for shit that I know, my soul knows is already done in my favor. If I already know, my soul already knows, that's all there is to it. That's all that I care about, because my soul knows best. It is me after all. It is my higher self. I am God. If I am truly God, why would I check the 3D? Why would I check for validation? Why would I even be listening to shit that does not entertain the best version of myself? Because God doesn't do that. If you believe God to be an outside source, God is not someone or something that goes out of its way to see if things are really moving. Well, what's happening? No, absolutely not. God just knows it's already done. It's already done. It is already done. That's it. God doesn't entertain the weak-minded. God doesn't talk shit about people. God doesn't go out of its way to make things happen, because what if it doesn't? No, God just knows it's already done. So if God knows that it's already done, you have to know yourself it is already done. In every way, shape, and form though. I'm talking about whatever it is that you're manifesting, whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you got going on for yourself. You simply have to know that it is already done in the way to complement you and your soul. Entertaining low vibrational shit, it's simply not the moves. It simply is not. So the last thing that I want y'all to do as extremely strong-minded and strong-souled people is sit here and entertain things and give your attention to things that you know is not meant to accompany you all the way to that beautiful mansion that you have manifested. If it doesn't deserve to drive with you to the dealership for you to go pick up your new luxury car, do not give that bitch a ride. Drop it off at the airport, drop it off at the bus stop. I don't care what you do. Just don't give it your time of day. That's it. That's all there is to it. You pick and choose what you entertain, but you got to be sure that it's complementing what's going on up here. I let my mess of a first love take that away from me, but that was a choice that I made. You know, I'm not going to sit here and blame him for everything. I know that I had my part in there too. So you have to be strong enough to not let that shit break down what you got going on for yourself right now. You are that bitch. You are the queen, the king. You're on top of your shit. You're literally everything. I don't even gotta sit here and tell you. I could, but you already know what the tea is, you see? So you better be drinking that tea, understanding that it is set, done in your favor right here, right now, because it absolutely is. I promise you, it absolutely is. And you are still a very strong-minded person, because that's exactly what you deserve in every way, shape, and form. It truly is. And so if it's not complimenting you, forget it. Only bring the things that are worthy with you, because you deserve the best and no less than that. I promise y'all absolutely do. But alright, my love, thank y'all so much again for watching my video. I truly, 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 and really do appreciate it so much. I know that this topic right here can be something that, it's not complicated. No, I don't feel like it's complicated at all. I feel like it's actually very simple. It's just listening to what you literally want to entertain and what you don't want to. But you just have to know that at the end of it all, you still do call the shots. You know, you can make an egotistical thing into a non-egotistical thing. Yes, of course, you can manifest whatever. But again, I'm also someone who doesn't like to sit here and manifest shitty people and shitty this and that into better things unless it's actually worth it. Like manifesting a better family or manifesting better experiences. Those are things I can get on board with. But I'm talking about like people who talk shit, limiting things on TV, things that you hear when you're walking around work. Y'all know how people love to gossip at work. You don't want to be a part of that. Like steer clear from that, because you don't want to let that affect your mind, because it can. Just like it has for me multiple times before, even despite me saying, I'm not settling this time, I'm not settling this time. But then what do? I entertain that. That was my mistake. But okay, I'm gonna leave y'all with this because I'm getting to like a whole other thing. Let's just keep it here. May God bless you all, and please take care, everybody. And get into it, love, because the last thing that you should be doing as the Barbie of your reality, as the queen of your reality, as everything in your reality, is entertaining shit that you know is not meant for you. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. Even if it is your beloved grandmother, grandfather, telling you to do this, to do that. Oh, these tattoos these days, these piercings, whatever you like. I've heard it all, trust me. You are not going to sit there and let that boggle your mind, making you feel like, oh my God, I can't do anything because they told me no. I believed that I was limitless before, but now my mind is telling me different because they told me. I don't care what they said to you, and stop thinking so damn hard. I can write down a whole book of things that I've been told to be limited in, to not do, change this, go here, this person sucks, you suck, whatever. I don't give a fuck. There comes a point where you become so strong-minded that that shit is eliminated. Goodbye, just leave me the fuck alone type beat. Come on, man. Like, you know exactly what you're doing for yourself. You know what it takes to be so on top. It means not letting anyone or anything take that down. Like I've been saying this entire damn video. These successful people out here are not listening to what these haters gotta say, bitch. They're laughing at them while driving their asses to the bank. They don't care because they're just that strong-minded. They're listening to what their soul is telling them. I know I'm that bitch. I know I'm successful, and I don't care what you gotta say because you are ego. You are fear. You are limited. I am not that. They tell themselves that, they maintain that, and so they embody it. That's how nothing is affected in their favors, because they don't let that shit be affected in their favors. Being a strong-minded person, it's all about this. I swear to you, it's all about this. Just knowing who you are, choosing what to entertain, choosing what not to entertain, but using your soul, letting your soul guide you to understanding what it is that you want to entertain in a reality that belongs to you. You can do this. You are strong. You are very smart. So use your smarts and your strength to your advantage, and only let yourself pay attention to the things that you do want to see triple within your reality. If it's not that, it's nothing else. That's it. Y'all already rightfully knew that though. Soulfully speaking, period. Bye. Baby girl, baby boy, baby they, listen to me right now. Be smart, be wise, please. Please listen to your soul. Don't go through the trials and tribulations. Don't go through the trials and errors. I'm telling you exactly what to do and what not to do. Listen to me. I went through that shit so that I can sit here and tell y'all exactly what you should be doing for yourself, because I've learned a lot. Trust me, I really have. And upon me learning a lot, that's exactly what I'm here for. To let you all know that listening to your soul is the only right direction in which you should be going in. Trust me, you will make all the money that you want to make. You have already made it. You will have everything that you want to have. You have already have it. You will have the car, the mansion, the person, the love, the job. You have it all already. So make sure that you are maintaining that up here and not letting things out there take you away from that, because those things want to operate from fear. You are not a fearful person. And even if associating yourself with fear is a feeling that you are honestly used to, or at least used to be used to, because you're not used to that shit anymore at all, period, you are still strong enough to not let yourself be sucked back into that. Because even within my little first love story that I was telling y'all about, I felt that way when I was 12. When I was with him when I was 12, I felt like utter shit. Low self-esteem, felt depressed, felt anxiety, everything. I felt better for the summer, went right back to him when I was 13, and shit hit the fan again. You see? Just because you're familiar with it doesn't mean you should go back to it. You being familiar with that means that you should be steering away from that, if anything else. So use the advice that I'm giving you in regards to my experiences as lessons to not make for yourself, or to not make a mistake for yourself there, and let this be as easy as it's supposed to be. Like, I swear to you, you can dead ass have your dream life by tomorrow, like tonight type shit, if you let yourself stay there though. Don't listen to the haters, don't listen to the discouragement, don't listen to society, to the limits. I don't care. It does not matter at all. Not one bit, not one single bit. And you know that because you are just that strong-minded, as we all, both of us, all of us knew that you were. But stay there. You got this. I believe in you. I love y'all so freaking much. Thank y'all for everything. Just listen to me and continue to operate from soul. Listen to your soul. Only entertain what your soul is telling you to entertain. Y'all got this. Period.